Welcome to the Benefit Genius channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most important financial tools for your future, your 401k. Yep, that thing you've probably heard about but aren't quite sure how it works. Maybe you've set one up through your employer and thought, okay, this is fine, but have you really understood the magic behind it? I'm here to break it down and explain how to make the most out of it, with a little humor and a lot of practical tips along the way. So, let's jump into it. How much should you be saving, and how can you make your 401k work harder for you? Let's talk numbers, strategy, and some real-world advice you can start using today. First off, let me ask you a simple question. Do you know what a 401k actually is? Sounds basic, but you'd be surprised how many people don't. It's kind of like that moment when you open your refrigerator and can't find anything to eat but then remember you've got plenty of leftovers. The 401k is your financial refrigerator. It's packed with potential, but you've got to know how to use it right. In short, a 401k is a retirement savings account that you set up through your job. You contribute a percentage of your salary, and depending on the type of 401k you have, it could either reduce your taxable income now or allow you to take tax-free withdrawals when you retire. But don't get too comfortable just yet. There are some things you need to understand to make sure you're maximizing the benefits of this powerful tool. Alright, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a nice little tax break, but is it really that important? Well, yes, it is. A 401k can be one of the best ways to build wealth for your future, but it's not like a magical piggy bank that just fills itself up while you nap. It requires a little bit of effort, strategy, and awareness. The good news? You don't have to be a financial expert to get it right. So, let's make this easy and fun. Before we talk strategy, let's quickly go over the two main types of 401k accounts, the traditional 401k and the Roth 401k. These are your two main options, and they each have their pros and cons. Traditional 401k. With this account, your contributions are made with pre-tax dollars. This means that the money you put into the 401k today won't count toward your taxable income, so you'll pay less in taxes now. However, when you withdraw the money in retirement, you'll pay taxes on it. Think of it as getting a nice tax break today but paying the piper when you're older. If you believe you'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire, which most people do, this is a solid option for deferring taxes. Roth 401k. On the other hand, a Roth 401k takes after-tax contributions. You won't get the tax break today, but when you withdraw the money in retirement, you won't pay taxes on it, ever. This is great if you think you'll be in a higher tax bracket when you retire or if you just like the idea of no taxes on your gains. It's a longer-term play but has major benefits if you start early. Here's the tricky part. A lot of people don't know which one is better for them. The decision mainly comes down to when you think taxes will be higher for you, now or later. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you're making relatively low income, a Roth 401k could be a better choice because you'll likely pay lower taxes now than when you retire. But if you're in your peak earning years, contributing to a traditional 401k might make more sense, as it'll lower your taxable income today. Here's the fun part. If your employer offers a 401k match, that's free money. And I don't know about you, but I like free stuff. It's like when you buy a coffee, and the barista throws in a free cookie. So, let's break this down. Let's say your employer matches 50% of your contributions, up to a certain amount. So, if you contribute $6,000, they'll contribute an additional $3,000. Now, that's some solid math. But here's the kicker. Many people don't contribute enough to get the full match. In fact, studies show that roughly 30% of people leave employer match money on the table, and that's like skipping out on dessert at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Why would you do that? The key here is to contribute enough to get the full match. If you're only putting in 3% of your salary and your employer matches 5%, you're leaving money on the table. Aim to at least hit the match level. If they match 6%, try to contribute 6%. It's that simple. It's essentially a 100% return on your investment. You can't get that anywhere else. So now that you've got the money flowing into your 401k, the next step is to figure out where it's going. The 401k is like a little store with various investment options. But just like at the store, you've got to pick wisely. Most 401k plans will offer a variety of mutual funds, index funds, or target date funds. But what do these terms actually mean? Here's a quick breakdown. Index funds. These are like the set it and forget it option. They track a broad market index, like the S&P 500, so you're getting a slice of the largest companies in America. They're low cost, and you can count on the market's long-term growth. This is an excellent choice for most people, especially if you're starting early. Mutual funds. These are similar to index funds but often come with higher fees. They might be actively managed, meaning a fund manager is picking stocks to try to beat the market. However, they usually don't outperform the market after factoring in those fees. Target date funds. These are funds that automatically adjust their asset allocation based on your target retirement date. For example, if you plan to retire in 2050, the fund will gradually become more conservative as you get closer to retirement. They're super convenient if you don't want to do too much research. The key to making the most out of your 401k investments is to minimize fees and diversify. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different sectors, bonds, and stocks. That way, you won't be left high and dry if one sector takes a dive. Okay, now we're getting to the heart of it. How much should you be contributing to your 401k? Well, it depends on your goals, your income, and how much you want to retire with. A good rule of thumb is to aim to save 15–20% of your pre-tax income for retirement. But don't freak out if that seems like a lot. Start with whatever you can. Even if you're just putting in 5%, that's a solid start. As you get raises and bonuses, try to bump up that contribution percentage. If you're starting young, you have the power of compound interest on your side. The earlier you start, the less you'll need to save each year to hit your retirement goals. For example, if you're in your 20s and you can contribute $300 a month to your 401k, you could end up with over $1 million by the time you retire, assuming you get an 8% return. But if you wait until your 40s to start contributing, that number will need to increase drastically. Here's a quick guide to how much you should have saved by certain ages. By age 30, aim to have saved 1x your salary. By age 40, aim to have saved 3x your salary. By age 50, aim to have saved 6x your salary. By age 60, aim to have saved 8x your salary. And here's the most important tip: don't compare yourself to others. The financial journey is personal, and everyone's starting point is different. You do you. Now, once your money's invested, it's easy to just let it sit there and forget about it. But here's where a little maintenance comes into play. Every year, or at least every couple of years, take a look at your portfolio and rebalance it. This means adjusting your investments to keep them in line with your goals. If you've been doing well and your stock investments have grown, your portfolio might become too heavy in stocks and not enough in bonds or other assets. Rebalancing helps ensure you're not overexposed to risk, especially as you get closer to retirement. So, here's the takeaway. A 401k is a fantastic tool for building wealth over the long term, but you need to make sure you're contributing the right amount, investing wisely, and taking full advantage of your employer's match. Start early, stay consistent, and use the power of compound growth to your advantage. I get it. Retirement planning isn't the most exciting topic in the world, but it's crucial. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today, and by following these tips, you'll be setting yourself up for a comfortable retirement. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with any questions you have about 401ks. I'll be happy to help you out. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay financially savvy.